Hi everyone, it's Lewis here. I went to see The Flash yesterday. It is now the morning after. I normally record reviews the same day, but it's been too bloody hot. And yeah, I thought I'd wait till the morning, but it's still hot. So, but not too hot. But yeah, I thought I'd do it now because it takes a while to set this stuff up, and you sit here and you're sweating. You don't want to watch that. Anyway, the movie. I'm not going to talk about Ezra Miller or any of that stuff outside of the film. I'm just going to talk about the film. So if you don't want to watch it because of Ezra Miller, then that's fine. Don't watch it. That's it. That's all I'll say about that. I'm just going to talk about how I saw it as a movie film. The one thing I thought before I saw it is it's amazing that we're this far into the superhero movie boom that probably started around the 2000 with X-Men, I would say, and then since then it's been steadily increasing how many superhero movies we get, which is cool. I'm not complaining. It's amazing that it's been this long before we've got a Flash movie, or the Flash, because like outside of the big three in DC, the Flash is probably one of the most recognisable DC characters and one of the most well-known ones. And I mean, it's just had like probably 10 years of a TV series as well, and it's just quite amazing it's taken this long. I know this movie's been constantly delayed and changed, and I'm not sure what it was originally going to be, or what the original plan was, or if this was the original plan. I doubt it. I feel like it's changed a lot, and it's really funny, the first ever Flash movie, if you don't count the TV movie from the 90s TV series, which is also really good. They're doing Flashpoint, which is a fairly recent-ish storyline when you consider how long this character's been around. I think about 2010 was Flashpoint, and that's that's the big world-changing storyline. And they haven't done I know we've seen this version of the Flash a few times now, and we know kind of a little bit of the backstory and that, but yeah, it's really interesting it's taken this long, and they're starting it with this big storyline. The first movie called The Flash isn't your standard origin thing. It's a big multiversal, world-changing thing. I'm not going to do any spoilers. I'll just say what I thought, and I quite enjoyed it. I had a pretty good time. There was a lot of bits where I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense, or what does this mean? But I didn't worry about it. I was just like, I'll just go with it, and I had a pretty good time. Again, if you don't like Ezra Miller as an actor, and then you don't like Ezra Miller's Barry Allen, then you'll probably hate this, because I mean, this isn't a spoiler because it's in the trailer, but there's two of him, so and one is more annoying than the other as well. So and I don't mind it. I mean, he's not really Barry Allen. Like, the one in the TV show is much closer to actual Barry Allen than this version of the character. I think this version is more like Wally West in the comics, like younger Wally West, not so much Wally West now. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, if you don't like that version of the character, then you will probably hate this. So one of the the selling points of this film, they've kind of shied away from the main character and the main actor, and they've kind of focused more on Michael Keaton reprising the role of Batman, which is really cool, and it's as enjoyable as you think if you're if you're a fan of Michael Keaton's Batman, and if you're in my age group, you probably are, because I still remember being about 4 years old and sitting in the back of the car holding the Batman VHS with Michael Keaton on, and those first two movies are probably a bit too mature for someone my age at the time, but it was just Batman. That was all I knew, really. So it's all we had then was that, or the Adam West one. But yeah. So for me, growing up, Michael Keaton was Batman. So yeah. So that was cool, and he's really good because he's Michael Keaton, and he's always good. But yeah, I've seen a lot of. I don't really try to look at things that much when it comes to like internet comments and that, but I saw some stuff on Twitter, and people were moaning about this film. People haven't even seen it. People were spoiling it for other people, and again, they haven't seen it. I was spoiled on a couple of bits before it, but I find it didn't really affect my enjoyment all that much. Yeah, and I don't know, it's just a bit weird. People are just kind of having a go at it, and again, not because of the various controversies surrounding it, but just because, I don't know, just being silly. But I think most people don't really care about stuff that happens in the real world. They're just going to watch a movie, and I think it's fairly enjoyable. I wouldn't say it's great, but I had a good time watching it. I'll probably watch it again. Pretty cool to see it in Imax. People were complaining about the CGI and stuff, and that didn't really bother me. I don't think it's that bad. I didn't really think about it that much. I was just having a good time. But yeah, I think there's enough little, as you'd expect in like a multiverse style movie, there's enough little nods and cameos to be enjoyable. And yeah, and I think they got the balance right on this one. I think when Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness came out last year. Yeah, it would have been, wouldn't it? That was a long time ago. I think everyone was like, oh, they're going to go too far on the cameos, and then it was like, oh, they didn't go far enough. There wasn't very much madness. And this one, I think the risk was them doing that again and going too far, but they got it just right. I think it was just enough for me to go, oh, that's cool, rather than kind of going, okay, I'm bored of this now. A couple genuinely surprised me as well, which is always nice. But yeah, I had a good time watching this. So yeah, that's my review of the Flash movie 2023, which I saw in Imax. It was pretty good. I had a good time. Would watch again. Anyway, bye.